Music reviews today.
Yeah, man.
A snippet of Homie's project.
I wish you would have let us listen to it first.
When we had him? Mm-hmm. I think Really Ass is still mixing.
I want to personally interview every woman that was on this album. What do y'all drink from your drinks?
All that I have left, we gon' grind.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's breath till we shine. There's people that don't get the chance, so I'ma work hard 'cause I'm blessed. I'ma give all that I got.
Let's run it.
I'ma give all that I got. All that I.
250s or 520s. I'ma keep it 100 long as you ride with me. Down bitch by my side with me. That's what a nigga need when he try and get it. You don't know the inside of this shit. I'm talking like how hard the grind really gets. Man, you don't know how tired I get. Nigga, you don't know how many times I done quit.
Wake up, nigga!
But I can't though, and I ain't going nowhere 'cause I finally found my lane. Ho, cool ass nigga, give a fuck about a lame hoe. I be showing love, niggas never do the same though.
All right, tonight's album of choice comes from SUPERFLY MIXX. If you've been listening, we had him on like about 3 or 4 episodes ago. But his project is out now. It's called Fly Behavior. Little known fact about the project that I would say about 60% of the album was produced by On Mute's own Relly Windexter.
Yeah. I was wondering why.
It's a fly.
Well,
Cause it's fly.
that felt good to you?
It did.
No.
It's a fly.
Would you like to give your review since you've been
Absolutely.
gone so long?
This is my first time I've really just sitting down listening to
That felt like let me talk. That's basically what you were saying. Yeah, okay, got you.
This is my first actual end-to-end project sitting down listening to Cat, man. I'll tell you something, bro. We met him. He was a very, very cool dude. Like, amazing dude to sit down and have a conversation with. He had great music taste, great life takes. I will say I love this album because it does what the last couple of like big albums in the last couple of years have done. This did what Goblin did. This did what Dave from London, the dude I'm always talking about, Psychodrama, did. I love concept albums that deal with therapy because therapy in our community is something that we don't really fuck with. The fact that you went from fucking intake to treatment to release, basically. And you talk to your therapist, receptionist, who might be fine. You might be trying to spit at her. The fact that you know the rhymes were dope, but the fact that you got all this.
The receptionist was
really, bro.
No, there was a chick.
The chick was the therapist.
The chick was the therapist.
I'm sorry, the chick was the therapist. I'm sorry, I got it backwards.
I was like, you want to hit already?
No.
All right.
Where's I going? Oh, yes. So the fact that you told somebody asked you when you said, "Hey, now me and my niggas was out of the club," you know, it was deep, and she asked him if it was a strip club, and he said, "Yeah, bitch, what the fuck you think we was?" I love that. I love strippers. I love liquor.
I love women.
Listen, he did what I think a lot of rappers can't do. A lot of rappers that we've had on. I'm not going to talk about anybody big or small. I'm not going to, outkick the coverage on this. But the fact that you are just a dude from Runaway, and I don't mean to say it like that, but you're a dude from Runaway that is talking about things that we would need to deal with. Talking about your partner passing, you're talking about, family life, day-to-day shit. It's amazing that we as hip-hop figures are at a point where we could be that vulnerable, because that's something that you wouldn't normally hear a rapper rap about.
For sure.
I put this album in the same lane as I do with Goblin, with Dave Psychodrama. I put this in the same, no jokes, I put this in the same lane with like T.I. versus T.I.P. because he may not have been talking to himself, but he worked out some shit with this album. So I think that his next project will sound completely different than this, because everything that he was holding on, that has been going on for this last year to all of us as a collective, he worked out his own individual shit with that. So now, when he comes back, he can pivot and be like, look, I got all that shit off my chest. This is where I am now. This is what we're doing now. This album was a straight up 4 for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm definitely running this back. Music Melee, I hope y'all hear me. This gives more credence to the like my minute shit I was trying to throw on Twitter the other day. Everybody's talking about, you know, how Houston is, where Houston is. We need very important people to take on an old Houston versus new Houston Music Melee, because everyone talks about, oh, well, you know, Houston has something to say now. I think that Houston has always had something to say, but I think that now the world is so connected that it's not just that Houston sound. Yeah. So you're not just getting chop not slap shit. You're not just getting man I'm coming down shit. You're getting the inner workings of a dude from Detroit. You're getting the inner workings of a dude from A-Leaf. You're getting inner workings of a dude from, you know, any of the wards. So I think that's important, because the world doesn't see us as anything but Houston. The world sees Texas as Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, and Houston. Us here know that a dude who lives in fucking Acres Homes and a dude who lives in Haverstock are gonna live two different lives, and they're both gonna be going through some shit that they're not gonna necessarily be able to tell their boys about, because their boy's a fucking fofo boy. I'm gonna be here till I die. If I make it to 30, I'm gonna be here till I die. If I have a kid, I'm gonna be here till I die. If, you know, my bitch act right. So the fact that artists from here are able to express themselves and be able to, you know, get on a platform and talk their shit, I love that. So yeah, amazing album, bro. I can't wait to see you perform this shit live. I can't wait to, you know, you go back and they have a new receptionist, maybe a local comedian that you know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's my take on it. I like it. What y'all think?
My first project of his listening to. When he told us on the podcast a few episodes ago what it was about and how it played out, and he rolled it out for us, and I was like, pause. And I was like, this sounds very fucking interesting. And then I listened to it, and it's exactly
what he said.
How he said it. And like, you can see everything. I can see Relly in his fucking Marco Spoon ass voice at the desk talking to this nigga. Like, it was
yeah, we've been waiting on you.
Good to
Shut up,
hear.
nigga.
For real.
We been waiting on your ass, nigga. We really, you working? Man, you know I stay out here working, bro. You know I stay working.
But when I heard the intro, I was like, oh shit, like, okay, we about to get into it. And then the first track, it gets right into it, gets right to it, with him talking to the therapist and all of that, and just the journey he took us on. The intro was my favorite part, I'm not gonna lie. He did what I like to have done on the album. He started strong, and he ended very strong. Like you said, he touched on a bunch of stuff that probably most of us
have dealt with
or have gone through. And
excuse me.
To just hear it, like he was real candid. It was basically a therapy session that we got to listen in to, and I thought that was dope, bro. I give it a 4, bro. I give it a 4. I'm definitely running some shit back, pulling some
100%. I'm pulling some shit off. Before DJ goes, I say this often, but I've never really said it with my chest. Rob Gillette, next time I see you, we got Plex, bro. Stop rapping like this.
Nigga.
It's not, dog. Come talk to me. I'll give you a hug, bro.
Star Legend coming.
It's not okay,
bro.
It's not okay. He can't keep getting away with this.
You know what's funny? Listening to Rob's, knowing Rob, fellow Southwest 9700 vet.
Jesus.
Hearing him rap, bro, I can see him. I can tell when he starts body rocking. In each verse he raps, bro, I can just fucking see it, bro.
Rob, and there was a shout out to one of my other favorite Houston rappers on this album. There was a shout out to Big Facts on here, but
yeah,
having seen Rob Gillette show up at an open mic that I was hosting and be like, "Hey Mathis, you think y'all got time to put me up?" And I said, "Yeah," and then for him to come up out the polo shirt that he had on.
Rob never keeps the shirt on.
And rap to the whole room in just a wife beater and in shirtless. Like, dog, you did one song and you look like you just had a concert. I can't. Rob, if I were anybody else, I'd punch you in the face. I don't understand how you live your life walking around with these words in your brain. And this is not disrespect. This is all love. I hope he knows. I still haven't had the rice yet, and I'm upset about it. Because
you missing out.
I know. The rice is blowing up. He's naming names on social media now. He's doing things. He's getting big. I want to be able to say I knew you win before shit start getting tainted. I need Rob to know I'm supporting you, but boy, one of these days, Alice, you can't keep. Yeah. DJ, talk to him, please. I can't. Yeah, I'm finished.
You sure?
I'm through.
For now?
Yeah, and Aaron Andrews on. I'm done.
Okay, got you. Childish. I was there through some of this, I would say more so through the endings of it. Sitting there with Relly and Mix while they were finishing off the project. So I kind of heard like bits and pieces, but I never like really heard songs like all the way through. So this was my first time catching it from front to end. I waited till today, to right before we recorded, so it'd be fresh on my mind because I be listening to way too much shit these days. Off of I gave it
like Little Stevie Wonder doing Fingerprints.
Gave it an earbud spin, I gave it a speaker spin, and then I gave it a car spin.
Damn, you did the trifecta.
Yeah, I hit the trifecta in one day, bro. I'll be up all goddamn day.
Nigga, you.
I really fuck with this project though. Shout out to my nigga Relly. Shout out to Cold Blooded, and I can't remember the other producer right now because my memory is bad and my phone is moving slow.
Shout out to the features too. Just all the features.
And KO, my bad. There you go.
KO and Calico.
Talk that hoe, nigga. Lenny?
Who?
Leonard Fournette just mowing niggas.
This nigga here. But yeah, the project was 11 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say I dislike any of them. The album overall was very solid. I like the fact that the project has a lot of substance. When you look at a project called Fly Behavior, you would not think you about to get an album full of substance,
nigga.
And you got it.
Exact. That yes.
Yeah. So that kind of.
I'm sorry. Oh, you almost got me.
No, you good, bro. It's all good. So from the check-in to ending with a song called Black Boy Joy, which I got like a little producer gripe for Relly, but I don't know if I'm allowed to critique the producer because the nigga edits my shit.
My vocal about to be fucked up this episode.
You know, you gonna just be muting me all throughout this goddamn shit. But I really fuck with it. The another thing that Mix does really well to me is he has a knack for getting a good hook. Like every hook on this project is a hook that's catchy and it's gonna stay in your fucking head. The Big Fine, I could definitely see women, if they took the time out with that hoe, making that hoe a Houston TikTok hit or a real hit for women.
There's a lot of big fine women out here.
I would love one day, I know he was like moving on to his next project already. I know he was moving on to his next project already, but if I could get like a posse cut remix off of Where You From, that would be fucking fire. And if we could help facilitate that,
Draft
I definitely
who would you want on that?
I need somebody from everywhere.
I'd want Vaughn. He's already did a song with Rob, but I mean, it's Rob. You can put him on another one.
Rob might be
well, you already got Ailey, so Rob, we could do a Milo.
Oh my God,
that's two Mo City people.
Stop that.
Milo's not Mo City.
You said Vaughn.
I said Vaughn. I said Milo's not Mo City.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, see, man.
My bad.
No, it's just M's up. M's up don't mean Mo City, fam.
All right, I'm making
so
sure.
you way too plexed up. I was trying to get y'all A-Leaf nigga. From what I've heard, he shouted out A-Leaf before. Yeah, matter of fact, he did. He said on the West. Yeah, see?
My bad. I apologize.
Plexed up for no reason. Yeah, you can give me Vaughn. You can give me Milo. You can give me Cash. You can give me somebody like John Doe, who's representing Houston and the boot. You can really freak that whole fuck out, bro.
On the North.
George on the North. There you go. You can really do some things with that remix, bro. It could be fire.
It's a W.
I just love posse cuts with everybody on them hoes. But that's why also Black Men in Charge is probably one of my favorite records on this hoe.
Shout out Calico too.
Yeah, Calico and Rob definitely did their thing. The thing about Calico is Calico was such a needed switch at the end of the record.
Yeah.
Like he raps like nobody else in Houston for the most part. So when he comes on, it just feels fucking different. I know it. I think at one point he kind of felt like a little about his, but nah, it fits. It fits without fitting.
I remember the first time I met Calico, I told him he looked like MC8. and he was confused. He didn't know if he should be upset or not. But I was like, no, it's a compliment. Go.
Yeah, and then number 10 is probably like my favorite, like one of my favorite records. Shelby crashed that fucking hook and it stays in my fucking head. I sing it even when I cut the song off. So that's a job well done. I think my biggest gripe with the project, if I gotta pick nits, is I wish the sessions would have went a little bit more in depth.
I do too, and that's strictly because the sessions came in a 3. I like that. Comic rule 3, you don't want to overdo it, you don't want to underdo it. One of my favorite albums of all time is As Cruel as School Children by Gym Class Heroes, and they have the Sloppy Love Jingle. Sloppy Love Jingle has parts 1, 2, 3, and it's a story that connects the album together. And you can pick a favorite part out of those, but the thing is, with these sessions, they end and begin the songs before and after. They're perfectly placed.
They're perfect bridges.
I have no complaints with where these sessions were in this album. The only complaint that I have with this album is that I wasn't on it. Other than that, shit.
Picky ass nigga.
Absolutely. Not even picky. Nigga, I want to shine too.
Yeah, all that shit. But then I also understand that what's deep and opening enough for me may be really deep for somebody else. So I completely can understand that shit. But like how when he gets to the so what about your parents, and he was like,
fuck that. Yeah, and we shut that shit down real quick.
I was like, if you would have
went in with a little
no, that's what I think was so perfect.
Unheard.
That's what I think is so perfect. Yeah, like
but if I ain't gonna get another therapy session in, I'm mad.
The fact that no, because
if I'm not gonna get another, like on the next album, if it don't continue, I'm gonna be mad.
You will eventually, but the thing is, like, I'm in therapy, and there's shit that I don't talk to my therapist about. And my therapist will ask, and I'll be like, so anyways, like and then they give you the Webster's Dictionary of deflection and the Webster's Dictionary of all that other shit.
They really do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
They'll ask you.
That's what Nay's part on the project basically was like when she was like,
That's Nay?
Yeah, that's Nay.
Oh man. All right, I take back the derogatory things I said about the female voices on the album. I'm sorry.
No, Nay is not the therapist. The therapist is one female.
She's the one giving
the definitions after the session.
Okay, that was fine.
Yeah, that's Nay.
Nay, I would never say anything different.
She could narrate like my life story.
She could.
That shit sounded fire. And I got
you wondering how I got
that
here.
even after that.
Yep, that's me.
Even after that part, she does give the definition of having what a breakthrough would be, and so I get why it stops there. But man, I just feel like it could have.
I feel like that, we're at either end of the same spectrum because I feel like it was better because
he didn't go.
Because if you get a quote unquote real nigga in a therapy session in front of a therapist, there's some shit that they're not gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Because there's some shit that's like, look, I don't know you like that bitch. You fine. I'm still trying to see if we're gonna leave here later, but I ain't gonna get
like the fact that the third one even starts off like, all right then, bitch, I just lost my best friend.
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah.
Like hit all of that. Hit it.
That's how therapy works. I'm expecting a sequel to this.
I mean, but I understand that because we said Goblin and Bastard. Goblin was the second one, so he already went through 3 sessions.
And Bastard.
He had 3 sessions on Bastard, and then he was.
And how did Goblin end?
That third, but that would be the 6th session. That 6th session,
yeah.
Or was it the 5th one?
That's 6, because that was the end. That was the last song.
When he was like, "I wish the Bay was here."
I killed my fucking friends.
Was that the 5th or the last one?
That was the last one, because that was the posse cut at the end.
Nah, that wasn't on the posse cut. It was when he was like, fuck, I can't even remember. Anyways.
Long story short, nigga, you did good. Long story short, nigga.
What grade you give it, DJ?
I give it a 4.
4? You got 3 4s.
I give it a strong 4.
If Tubbs was here, you get 4 4s.
If it was a little bit longer, he might have got 4.5.
Shout out, George.
Y'all know how I feel about short burgers.
Knocking loud as fuck in the music crew.
We played the